You've already done pinworms? You did pinworms and peds? Okay, I didn't teach you that part, did I? I don't remember covering it. Okay. I don't know why we did it that way. Sorry. Don't remember that. Okay, so what I did is I copied. This is a very good little descriptor. You've already had it, so this will be pretty much repeat for you in terms of pinworm treatment. I didn't think it had any ClinMed, so I put it in there. So that's what the first section is. And then the meds are on the last page. Okay, so what do you remember about pinworms? They come out at night, okay. Itchy butts, okay. Say it again. The taste test, okay. So for AIDS, yes, disgusting. Very common. Pinworms are really common. You do peds, you will. Fecal oral, yes. It's gross, but it's just humans. It's just the way we are. So it can be, and the thing is that those eggs are very viable. So any inanimate object will also carry them for a while. They can survive. They recommend that kids don't bathe together. They recommend showers over bathing. I don't know if you all talked about that. Bedding, clothing, underwear, all of that needs to be cleaned and patients made aware, especially other family members, that they can be contaminated. So do we treat just the kid or the adult? We treat everybody in the family. How about the animals? I don't think they can get it. I don't think they're vectors.
They can.
CDC says no, so.
I got it from a dog.
It says they're not contracted.
Yeah.
Transmitted too. Your thing says it's not. So.
Pardon?
It says they're not contracted or transmitted via pets. But personal experience, yeah. Okay. End of transmission.
Maybe we can transmit them to them, but from everything I read, not animals. Okay, but some of you have different experiences. Okay, treatment. So treatment is usually one time, but the recommendation is that you treat them twice, 2 weeks later, because it doesn't treat the eggs very well. So this is real similar to what we did with lice, same kind of treatment approach. Okay. So the three, or the drugs that are recommended are the Albendazoles. So they are mostly neurotoxins. Remember with lice, the Ivermectin, neurotoxins. So they're usually paralysis, or they interfere in some way with the ability of the parasite to use energy. So a lot of these will deplete their glycogen or glucose using ability, so that parasite will just run out of energy is part of it. Some of them also have neurotoxic effects. So for many years, Albendazole was, on page 3, was the drug of choice. But they took it off the market because it just wasn't that profitable for them. But it has now come back on the market. So Albendazole is on the market. At the bottom of page 2 is Albendazole. It's been around for a while. And there is an over-the-counter product. Page 3, Parental Pamoate. So here's the big difference, or here's the big similar. They all are effective. They're all one dose, and then do a follow-up dose in 2 weeks. The big difference is cost. The one over-the-counter is $10 a treatment. Okay, so $20. The other two are $600 to $700. Okay, so big difference. Now, the one good thing that Albendazole did is they made a chew tablet. So you can treat anybody. These are not recommended for kids under 2 because there's just not data. Okay. So 2 and up, most of the doses are the same. And that Albendazole has a chew tablet. If you look at Albendazole, it treats lots of worms, has lots of recommendations. For pinworms, again, it's a single dose repeat in 2 weeks. So when it means single dose, it means single dose treatment, and then we're repeating the same 2 weeks later. If you're going to recommend, I would recommend using the over-the-counter treatment. They're all similar in side effects. Mostly it's GI, but mostly they're tolerated pretty well. Probably younger children, higher worm load, maybe more side effects. If you look on page 3, the parental, it is based on weight, so 11 milligrams per kilo. So it's weight-based. The other two are standard dose. So albendazole is 100 milligrams, and albendazole is 400 milligrams. Questions on those? That's pretty much it. The other two drugs at the bottom of page 3, Biltricide and Stromectol or Ivermectin. Again, these are used for other types of parasites, like we saw with lice and scabies, same thing. Ivermectin is very, very effective. If you have large outbreaks, again, a good drug to use. You can use any of the others in large outbreaks, like if you get a daycare or in a grade school. You'll see most of them, it depends on length of treatment's going to be longer for some types of parasites than others. So just note that. You're probably not going to see them very often, so you'll look them up. Okay, that's about it. Questions about those? Okay, let's take a break then, and we'll come back at 5.